Hi, Leo. Okay, so the third time's a charm. This is the third time I've tried to do your video this morning, and something keeps on happening. Like I'll get distracted, or somebody outside will. It's just weird, like the things that are going on, and then I kind of go off in La La Land. So I feel like you guys are trying to stay on point with things. Like this Virgo season, I feel like through your season and all the eclipses we had, it was kind of chaotic and everything was really up in the air. And then we go through Virgo season and it was like this time to harvest, this time to like look at all the details of everything. And I feel like you guys have done that or are in the process of doing that. But to the extent that like I can't get distracted. Like I feel like these last couple of days, it is the 18th. We have about 4 days before we hit Libra season. And I feel like these last couple of days, you're really just kind of, you want to slide into Libra season knowing that things are going to be okay. Six of Swords and balanced out, right? And Justice. You're really, and that's the thing. It's like, I feel like it's time for things to be clear because I know, I know the direction that I'm going now. That's the feeling that I'm getting, but you don't want to get out of focus, right? You don't want to be distracted. And the reason why I feel like you don't want to be distracted is there are those disappointments that are still kind of looming, and maybe even regrets or something you're having to move away from. And you're like, I can't have this Five of Cups distracting me anymore. I really need to get into this place of balance. You could be dealing with a Libra, but more than anything, Mercury's going into Libra this week, so a lot, like communication will be much smoother, and you don't want to fall backwards, right? Nine of Swords and the shadow side, which is the Devil. So Capricorn energy, Saturn, Mars and Uranus are squaring off today. That could be a difficult aspect. Uranus is in retrograde. This is the last time that this will happen this year. So, but with Uranus in retrograde, it should be a little bit smoother than it was earlier this year. Because usually when Mars and Uranus square off, there could be like chaos, or, you know, people could just like go off the chain for no reason. So, but the anxiety you're feeling from past disappointments, and these could still be like lingering disappointments from all of this eclipse season that we had to really let go of a lot of stuff or let go of ideas of things. You could have a lot of anxiety and still kind of be looking at the shadowy aspect of things. You could also have anxiety over a Capricorn. There could be an earth sign in your midst. But really wanting to go into Libra season a lot more balanced so you can focus on work, right? Eight of Pentacles. And that's really the goal here. And that's what I was feeling before I want to focus on my goal. I don't want to have all of the like even my hair is driving me crazy. Like the fact that my hair is distracting me is driving me crazy. And I mean, you guys being who you are, having distractions, not necessarily such a good thing. You don't want to have that impulsive distraction thing going on. So let's look at this. If I seem a little bit serious today, I've been doing a lot of grounding and meditation lately, so I'm really, really like super low key. And I am connecting with you, but again, I'm trying not to get distracted from everything else that's going on in my environment or outside or anything like that. So that's why I seem a little bit more serious today. So the Six of Swords, we're going to clarify these and look at the bottom of the deck. What is the Six of Swords? Coming into mental clarity and balance. And why? Because we don't want to deal, we're moving away from the chaos. So we have the Tower. And I feel like the Tower is a past thing. I feel like the Tower's already happened for you guys. Because what you're moving away from is the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. These are the distractions. This is the lack mentality that you don't want to have anymore. This is the people surrounding you or that have been around you that are driving you up the wall. And you're like, you know what? I've already been through all of the BS this summer. I've already been through everything. Virgo season helps me put everything into place. It may not have been easy to do it, but now I'm picking up the pieces and I'm going to coast into Libra season because I'm not going to deal anymore with the distractions. I'm not going to deal anymore with the things that other people are trying to put in my way. So, justice. What is justice? And I do feel like there were some people, and they may not have even been doing it consciously, or maybe they were doing it consciously. Who knows? There were people who were like all in your business and you could not get away from. And they put you in a mindset of, is this all there really is? Like, do I always have to deal with all of this crap all the time? Right? And then we have the Sun and Justice. So really, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, as the Sun comes into Libra, like literal sense here, as the Sun comes into Libra, things will start to smooth out for you and you can leave all of those disappointments. I mean, 3 5s in a reading, that's kind of tough. But I feel like you're leaving all of this in the past and healing from it, moving away from the difficulty. So what is the 5 of Cups? What is the disappointment that you're leaving behind? Because you got to remember with the 5 of Cups, there are still 2 cups here. And yeah, so now we're healing, right? With the Star. You could be disappointed in an Aquarius, but more than anything, I feel like, or you could have some regrets with an Aquarius that things like didn't really work out, or this is just time for you to heal. Like Libra season is going to be a really good time for you to heal, and it's coming after a lot of anxiety, a lot of really having to look at yourself and seeing what everybody's projecting onto you and why you're having to learn the lessons of what they're projecting onto you. That's always fun, right? Hi, these people are projecting things onto me, so now I need to figure out why they keep showing up in this way. Why am I still having to learn these same lessons that I learned over the summer, or I thought that I already got past? Sometimes there are just remnants there. I mean, I went through a 38-year-old lesson and just finished, and totally healed from that this last summer. It was, one of those family lessons. And I thought I had healed from it when I was 18, and then again when I was 25, and then again when I was 30, and then 34. And finally I was able to put it to rest. So you want to, and this is the thing, is the anxiety of, like literally I just want to say, can't we all just get along? The Knight of Cups on the 9 of Swords, can't we all just get along? Like your anxiety of wanting to make sure that your internal and external environment are balanced and smooth sailing and people are healing and things are coming back full circle and starting to work out again. Like that anxiety is real. You want to make sure that everybody's taken care of in a very Leo type way, right? You want to make sure that everybody is loved. But I want to make sure that you're giving back to yourself too, because I don't want you to be in this anxiety-ridden stage, this anxiety-ridden type feeling all through Libra season 2. So, like, Libra season is all about learning to say no, receiving instead of giving, making sure that you're taking care, like a lot of self-care in Libra season. It's all about balancing everything out, because in Virgo season, it's about making sure that everybody else is taken care of and everybody's going to eat for the winter. And then we move into Libra season where now we can finally take care of ourselves. because we've made sure that everybody else is taken care of. So see how things manifest there with each season? So the shadow side, the devil, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or this could just be that, whoa, Saturn and Mars influence. As I do that and like a million cards fall out, I'm not taking all of those. I am going to take Karma, which is judgment. So I do feel like this is the Saturn influence. Saturn and Mars are direct again. And Jupiter's direct again. Venus is in Scorpio. There's a lot of reasons for people to be still cleaning up the karmic stuff that came up during the eclipse season. But again, to me, that was your tower moment that you had. And so I feel like you guys are moving past all of this. There may be a couple of remnants left over, but it's more, and it could be that you need to just change your thought process now. That now that everything is starting to smooth out, now that everybody is healing, now that you are healing, things can start moving in a more positive direction, and it doesn't have to be about the karmic patterns anymore. It can just be about what you need to do moving forward. So 8 of Pentacles, and by karmic patterns, I mean, these are those things that just keep on coming up in your life that are making you feel stuck or blocked in any way from moving forward. Those are karmic patterns, things that we continuously, like if you notice a cycle that you continuously go through over and you're like, oh my God, this is like deja vu. I was doing the same thing last year. Just you might be in a little bit of a different, there might be some variations of it. But for the most part, if you're doing the same thing as you were doing last year and it's still not working, that's that karmic pattern. That's that thing, that cycle that these eclipses are supposed to help us close, and we can release a lot of stuff and heal. It's not always pretty. It's not always fun. But now you can start lining things up. These last couple of days of Virgo season, while the sun's in Virgo, which is what the 8 of Pentacles is, it represents the sun in Virgo. Now you've lined everything up and you're able to see the light through the leaves, the light through the trees, right? You're able to see progress and movement and prosperity, right? So Ace of Pentacles on the 8 of Pentacles, and you're working very, very hard to get there. And whatever it is that you have to do in order to shift that energy, that's really what your focus is now. It's not like the healing stuff. It's all about giving back to yourself. It's all about making sure that everything is in line. I already know that I've taken care of everybody else. Let's just make things stable now, right? Let's make things balanced. So here we go. Bottom of the deck. 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. There's that earth sign. King of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles and Strength, which is perfect. Exactly what I was saying. Even if it feels like you're still waiting for things to come to fruition, you're working really, really hard. So with the 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands, just know that you're going in the right direction. You will be recognized for the work that you've done, the work that you've completed, the person that you are, where you are in life. Like, things are going to start looking up and getting much better. I don't feel like the earth sign is a burden. What I feel like is the earth sign is helping you take this burden on. Whatever it is that you've been carrying that's a really heavy load, whatever these tower moments are, whatever the lack mentality, the stuff that you're trying to move away from, I feel like this earth sign is kind of helping you pick things up and walk with you through it. Might, you know, and the reason why I feel like the earth sign is doing it, and it could be that this is Virgo season, like you are being the King of Pentacles in Virgo season, and you're knowing that you have to do things in a much more stable, grounded, step-by-step way in order to get to where you need to go, right? I love the Knight of Pentacles, because it is a stable energy. You can depend on it. It's still moving. It feels really slow, but it is still moving. once we get out of Virgo season, that Knight of Pentacles is going to pick up a little bit. And I know that that's kind of a burden on you too. Like, you've been carrying this load and you've been doing it for a really long time, but the reward is really, really coming. And again, Strength and the 9 of Pentacles. I mean, that's pretty easy. Just make sure that you're not slipping back into, like, I really want you to know that to keep the strength to stay very independent and very strong in your convictions here. Because this is you being independent, being prosperous, being very strong in what you believe in. There may be towards the end of September into October timeframe, might be a tendency to slip back into, I'm not really sure what my next step is. Try not to put yourself into an 8 of Swords state when there's 7 cups and there's a lot of options on the table and you really want to look at all of them. It could be very easy for you to slip back into this like 8 of Swords. Oh my God, what am I going to do? What do I pick? What do I choose? I don't know, kind of thing. So really try and pull yourself away from the anxiety of that, because I feel like you might have a tendency to want to go back there. Okay, Leo, I love you guys so much. Thank you for your patience for this reading. The soulmate readings for September are available for purchase. There are links in the description box below. You can either get them on Vimeo or you can get them directly on my website. Both of those links are below. So there are 2 different ways to do that. Also, if you would like to have a personal reading, you can go to my website, fearlessintuition.net. And I am scheduling readings for the first 2 weeks in October. So I love you guys, and I will see you for October videos. Bye.